China's President Xi Jinping officially opened the country's Communist Party Congress yesterday, and he's expected to be reappointed as leader for an unprecedented third term, which would cement him as China's most powerful leader in modern history.
And the week-long meeting kicked off with a speech from the president that touched on a host of issues, from security and Taiwan to the economy and COVID. NBC News foreign correspondent Janis Mackey Frayer joins us now from Beijing with more on this. Janis, good morning. Good to have you with us. So it does look like another 5-year term for President Xi. Can we expect any changes to the party's top leadership?
Well, no changes at the very top. Xi Jinping will rule undoubtedly for the next 5 years, and basically as long as he chooses, having disposed of presidential term limits back in 2018, paving the way for what could be China moving into uncomfortable territory with the degree of power that's going to lie with a single leader. By the end of the week, after these closed-door secretive meetings, we'll see the Politburo and the powerful Standing Committee take shape. Undoubtedly, Xi Jinping will be surrounded by loyalists, people he trusts. We're not sure whether we're going to see a successor quite yet. Observers say it matters less about age now. It's all about loyalty. But all of these moves will be very closely watched, as was yesterday's address at the opening of the Congress. Xi Jinping mentioned security and safety more than 70 times. He pumped up the need for a stronger Chinese military, and he also warned of dangerous storms ahead. He didn't name the United States, but he did allude to tough times that face China with competition and the possibility of confrontation with the United States.
Janis, we know another one of the key points mentioned was the issue of Taiwan. What did Xi have to say about that?
Well, that's what got the loudest and most sustained applause of the whole address. His comments toward the end of his speech saying that Taiwan will be unified with the mainland. And it's not that that statement is breaking any new ground. That's long been the position, along with the warning that China would use force if it needs to, especially if there's what they call foreign interference from the United States. What stood out from how he said it yesterday as compared to, say, the speech he gave in 2017 at the Party Congress is that Taiwan unification was expressed less as an aspiration, if that makes sense, less of a slogan, and more of a plan, more of a statement of fact. So it's believed that Taiwan will be a central issue of this next term for him.
Certainly something we will all be watching. And Janis, also in the last couple of years, if we're talking about China, we've talked a lot about this strict zero COVID policy. Any signs that might relax anytime soon?
Unfortunately not. It's what probably most people in China were watching with this opening speech at the Congress. Everybody has been impacted. Every aspect of daily life is impacted by zero COVID, regular COVID testing, quarantines, lockdowns. The economy's been hurt. Youth unemployment is soaring. There's a property crisis, all of it being linked to this very strict and stifling zero COVID policy. He gave no hint in the speech that it's going to change anytime soon. If anything, he applauded the policy, saying that they can credit it with putting people's lives first. So if there are going to be changes, they're going to be very incremental, probably not enough to satisfy those who are weary of all of the restrictions and also weary of China being more isolated than it has in recent history as an outlier with the rest of the world.
All right, Janis, thank you so much.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.